Hi everyone, it's David. So I've not really done something like this before, so bear with me. But I wanted to make a video because I know a lot of us are feeling a bit distraught. Although I'm seeing a lot of hope expressed by people who are organizing already to to deal with the next 4 years. And I wanted to just express some ideas and some thoughts. Take them as they come. Um, do with them what you will, and hopefully they will offer you some insight and some guidance and things like that. Um, and a lot of what I'm offering is really based on my experience working in the nonprofit world, working in community-based organizing, and so that's where this is all coming from. Um, the first, I guess, I want to say is that we all need to get involved. Um, I know that the system is set up, and I mean the system by which we're engaged and participating is set up in a way that maybe isn't conducive to our everyday lives. That is, city council meetings are held in the afternoon when we're working. We've got family and dinner and all the life things that we need to deal with. Um, but at the same time, the next 4 years are really going to be a time when we need to build an infrastructure where we are involved in the process. Um, I've seen a lot about how democracy has failed us in this election. And in my background, I have a degree in government, I've worked in the government. Um, I really, the failure is not in the system, the failure is people participating in the system. Um, and I know that as a white male, um, I have a lot of privilege being able to say that because there's folks who aren't able to participate in the system, that roadblocks are put up against them. But here's some thoughts that have come to mind about getting involved. At your local level, attend your city council meetings. You don't have to say things. You don't have to, speak on issues. If you want to, you can. Attend your boards and commissions. All the cities have different boards and commissions that are advisory, that make recommendations to the council. If there's a particular area like parks that you feel passionate about, start attending the Parks and Rec Committee meeting. They may wonder why you're there. They may ask you some questions, but just say you're there to observe. Same thing with city council. At the county level, you've got the same thing. You've got the county board of supervisors meetings. You've got county boards and commissions. Um, and really, it ranges the gambit from um, things like library boards to rec boards to water boards, sewage boards. And there are independent boards and commissions that meet regularly. Fire districts, community assessment districts, districts that deal with water districts. All of those have boards and commission meetings. All of those are open to the public. And the reason that I feel so passionately about people attending these meetings is because, one, it shows you what the process is. It's a learning opportunity. And two, it helps you get to know the issues um, as they come through and get to know the people who are participating in the issues. It also allows you to make connections. And one of the things about government is, and the political process is making connections, getting to know people. Um, when I was on the city of Sacramento's Park and Recreation Committee, um, I had a lot of people come up to me and say, "Well, whose money, whose campaign did you give money to, or whose, uh, uh, candidate did you do work for?" And the fact of the matter was that I didn't. Um, I simply showed up and I spoke up, and I wasn't there to try to make the argue against everything, but I was there honestly and openly to learn, and I applied and I got appointed by the mayor. A lot of these positions are actually just looking for warm bodies, as bad as that sounds. They're looking for people to participate. At the state level, let's stick with the state, and we'll go to the federal. You've got your assembly member and your state senator, state assembly member, state senator, who oftentimes have community meetings where you can attend. You can also call their office. You can also go to their office to find out what's going on. Writing letters, organizing letter writing parties. This goes for the local level as well. When when a city council member, county board of supervisor, or assembly member or a senator receive a handwritten letter, it's paid attention to, because we're so used to sending an email or doing a tweet or doing a petition that gets signed by multiple people. But if they get an individual letter, that means a lot. Getting to know their staff members. Who's their local staff? Each assembly member and senator has a local office. Get to know who their staff is. Find out what's going on with their staff. Also, another thing, if you have a neighborhood alliance, a neighborhood neighborhood group, get involved with that. Attend your local neighborhood group meetings. Sometimes they're going to be talking about stupid things like too many cats running around in the park, but that's the stuff that allows you to get to know the people who are around you and make those relationships. The elected officers of the state, governor, all the way down to the nonpartisan education person, get to know who those are. Write letters to them. Find out if you know their staff members. Find out if you know where they have a local office. Get to know the staff members there, and really get an understanding of what the civic process is. At the federal level, we have senators and Congress folks, representatives. Find out who your senator is, who your representative is. Find out who their staff members are. Find out when they have meetings, community meetings that are open to the public. And attend them, speak out. Also, if there is a particular issue that you feel passionate about, find out if they are working on it, and if not, how you can help them get information about what it is that you want to accomplish. At the federal level, we have our president. Well, President Trump and Vice President Pence are still the President of the United States and Vice President of the United States of America, which means that they are supposedly supposed to be in service to us all. So make sure that you don't give up on writing them letters, calling and making your voice heard. And you've got the Supreme Court as well, which we'll see how that goes. I'm not optimistic, but we will see. But really, I guess I just feel there's a lot of helplessness that people are feeling or expressing. And I really feel like I want to let you know that there's things that you can do. If you have questions about how stuff works, what the system is, I'm happy to answer them. I'm happy to try to be a resource for you. And I guess the final thing is just be there for each other. Be there. Let's have more dinner parties. Let's have more tea dates. Let's have more times where we get together and hang out. If you haven't spoken to someone or hung out with someone in a while, give them a call. Check in on them. See how they're doing. Really, we had a quarter, about 25% of the people who were eligible to vote who elected Donald Trump president. About 50% of the people who were eligible to vote voted. 46% of the United States who was eligible to vote did not vote. So we have to really start to reconnect with each other to have those connections which allow us to have an understanding of how important it is to be involved in the democratic process. For me, our system is not broken. It's like an engine that, works perfectly if it's got the perfect oil and the perfect gasoline. Unfortunately, someone's poured the wrong oil and they've used diesel instead of regular gas. So we've got to clean the system out to make sure that the engine is functioning properly. Benjamin Franklin was asked, Mr. Franklin, what kind of government did we get after the Continental Congress approved the Constitution? And his reply was, a republic, if you can keep it. Which means if you can participate in it and make it work. I love you all. I mean that sincerely. Love for me is not something that's finite, it's infinite, and so I'm happy to say that I love you all because I do. Be kind to each other. Focus on the simple things. Make sure you're eating. Make sure that you are expressing when you're not feeling happy. And know that you are not alone. Love you.